Hello, my little kinders. I hope you're doing fabulous today, and I am ready for another activity-filled video. So let's get started. For our schedule today, number one, we're on our calendar. So I have our calendar right here for us, and we are still in the month of April. So looking at our calendar, I can see, oops, I accidentally already crossed off today, but today is Monday. The last day that we had was Sunday. So if yesterday was Sunday and today is Monday, then tomorrow's going to be Tuesday. Now let's say today's date in a complete sentence. Today is Monday, April 20th, 2020. Let's do our days of the week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Awesome. Number two, our daily write it. So for today, I have a sentence for you. Now, looking at the picture, we can see that the boy is feeling how? Well, the boy is feeling sad. So let's tap out the word sad. 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 S-A-D. Sad. So now, turning that word into a sentence, our sentence today is going to be, I can see you are sad. I can see you are sad. Remember to do everything that good writers do. Go ahead and pause the video and write your sentence now. All right, let's go ahead and check our sentence. So, I can see you are sad. There's quite a few trick words and words to stretch out in that sentence. So, let's count the words. I can see you are sad. There are 6 words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And each word is separated by a space. Word, space. Word, space. Word, space. I can see you are sad. Now, I is your name for yourself, and it's at the beginning of a sentence, so your I should be capitalized. Now, see is not a word that we have focused on yet, but see is a word that we'll probably be writing a lot as we start to write stories and things of that nature. So this is how you spell the word see. S-E-E. See. Go ahead and check your sentence. All of the rest of the words are trick words except for the word sad. And make sure that you ended your sentence with a period because this is a telling sentence. I am telling the boy, I can see you are sad. So make sure you have your words spelled correctly, your capital, your punctuation, and your spaces. If you made an error, remember that's okay. Go ahead and pause the video and fix your sentence now. Okay. Now that your sentence is written, let's move on and let's do number 3, letter and number review. Now, remember, parents, not only for our sentences, but also for our letter and number review, we have these packets of letter formation, letter guides to help us help our kiddos. So today we're going to do 2 letters and 1 number. And we're going to start doing 2 letters every day. Now, our first letter today is the letter A. On Friday, we did Z, so today we're going to start back with A. I'm going to use my pincer grip. Uppercase A starts at the skyline. Slide to the grass line. Frog jump up. Slide to the grass line. Frog jump to the plane line. Fly across. A, apple, A. Lowercase a is a plain line letter. Trace back, curve to the grass line, up to the plane line, down to the grass line. A, apple, ah. Nice job. Moving on to B. Skyline, straight down to grass line. Frog jump up to the skyline. Curve to the plane line. Curve to the grass line. B, bat, B. Lowercase b. Start at the skyline. Go straight down to the grass line. Trace back up to the plane line. Curve to the grass line. B, bat, B. Now, the number that we are going to do today is the number 1. How do you make a number 1? Super easy. A straight line 1. It is fun. Now, if I added a 1 in front of that number, what would I make? Well, if I added a 1 in front, I would make the number 11. A 1 and a 1 makes 11 fun. Go ahead and pause the video, and with your correct letter formation and using the lines correctly, go ahead and make some uppercase A's, lowercase a's, number 1s, and number 11s. Go ahead and do that now. Okay, now that you're done, we're going to move on. We're on number 4, our lesson plan packet. Now, today is Monday, and on every Monday, we start a new week. And this week, we are on our week 5 packet. All right, so let's begin with Monday. We're doing Let's Explore North America for our reading. And here is our reading instruction sheet. So, let's explore North America. You're going to find a paper that looks like this, and you're going to start with the big question. The big question is at the top of the reading sheet, parents. After you've read the big question, you're going to read both of these pages to your child, go over some of the questions that are on the question sheet. Then there's another page. So after you ask the questions, then you'll read the next 2 pages and go over those 2 questions. Now, if you would like to, it says activity 2.1 is optional. So this is activity 2.1. If you would like to work on activity 2.1, that is great. So it says color the map and discuss the different states. Okay, when you're done with that, this is an activity that we do need to do. So week 5, day 1, color North America yellow. So you're going to find North America. Now this is kind of tricky. North America is a continent. So find North America and color it yellow. All right. Those are your reading activities for the day. After reading, we're going to go straight into math. And for math, I can see the first thing is the daily drills. So this week's math is going to be a lot like last week's math, where it's split up by day instead of by paper. So day 1, you're going to trace and write the missing numbers. That's all for today. Pretty easy on that. Then it says addition fact sheet. Finish by the end of the week. So you could obviously do this however it works best for you. But if you're working on this every day and finishing it at the end of the week, I split it up into the first row being Monday, second row Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then maybe you could do one of these every day or just do them all on Friday. However you want to do it, whatever works best for you. But what you're going to do is you're going to solve the addition problem 2 ways. The first thing I want you to do is try to do it in your brain. Write the answer and then draw a picture to show how you could solve it if you were to draw to solve it. So let me show you an example. I did this one at the bottom. It says 1 plus 4. In my head, I thought, I think that makes 5. So I double checked my work at the bottom. 1 white counter plus 4 gray counters equals 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and do that activity for math every day this week. Then we come to our reading log, and our reading log is the same as it always is. You're working on the same sheet. Parents are reading for 10 minutes to their kids, or kids are reading for 10 minutes to their parents. All right, phonics, the last activity on our lesson plan packet. So today you have 2 activities, and we're working on trick words today. 2 trick words in particular, the and a. So you're going to trace the word the, and these T's are a little bit funky, but remember when we make a T, it starts at the skyline. So start your T at the skyline. You're going to trace the word the, write the word the, color the word the. Did I say scribble the word the? No, you're going to color it. So use your pencil grip and color in the lines. If we are scribbling, our family should help us erase it and then color it in the lines. Everyone in our class is capable of coloring in the lines. Then you're going to look in the box and circle all of the words that say the, and then you're going to use it in a sentence. I see cat. I see the cat. When you are done with your the page, you will do the exact same thing for A. Go ahead and pause the video and you can do all of your lesson plan activities now. I'll bet you guys did great. Let's keep moving. So now we're on number 5, our read aloud, and we're going to do something a little bit different today. So over the last 2 days that we've done our videos, we've learned about 2 new continents. We have learned about Africa, and we have learned about Antarctica. So Africa, if you'll remember, Africa is a very hot continent, and there's pyramids in Africa. There are deserts with sand in Africa. There are rainforests in Africa. One of the wonders that one of our kiddos had is, what is a rainforest? Well, rainforest is actually a special word, and we call it a compound word. That means you have 2 words and you put them together to make one word. Rain, forest, rainforest. So if the 2 words rain and forest are in the word rainforest, then what do you think a rainforest is? Well, we know rain is when water falls from the sky, and we know that a forest is where there are a lot of trees. So a rainforest is an area where there's a lot of trees and you get a lot of rain that falls from the sky. That is a rainforest. We also learned about Antarctica. Okay? Now, unlike Africa, where it's very hot, Antarctica, do you think that this is an area or a continent that would be very hot? No, look at all that ice. We know when it's hot outside, ice melts. Antarctica is a very cold place. Look at the people on the front cover who are wearing hats, jackets. That gives us a clue that this must be a very cold area. And we can see in Antarctica there are seals, there are penguins. It's very icy. It looks very cold. So what I have here is I have an atlas. And an atlas is a really big collection of maps. So today, I thought we would take a look at Africa and Antarctica and compare them. So when I open it up, I see that there's a table of contents. Remember, this tells me what's in the book, and I'm going to try to find Africa. And when I look for Africa, let's see where it is. I see oceans. I see Asia. Africa. Here we go. I see there's 2 pages with Africa. I see one is North Africa and the other is South Africa. And it starts on page 34. So I'm going to find page 34. And let's see what we can find. Okay, here we go. North Africa. If you'll see, this is a really big map of North Africa. Okay, look at the different colors that we have. This is Europe, Asia, South Africa. So these are not on the map. That's why they're purple. This is North Africa, the areas that are in orange and green. Well, why do you think some areas might be in orange and others might be in green? Well, that is because up here where it's orange, that's the Sahara Desert. And do you guys remember in our book, Africa, when we were reading about the desert and the sand? It looked brown or orangish in color, which is why they chose these colors. So this whole very topmost part of Africa is desert. It's hot, dry, there's sand. Remember, desert means there's not a lot of rain. But then, when you start coming more south, the area gets green, okay? That means that there's grass, there's trees. So we're not in a desert anymore. We have rain in this area of Africa. So reading some things on our map, it says North Africa is the hottest place in the world. I thought that was pretty interesting. Most of the people in North Africa live near the coast or on the banks of a river. Coast is the coastline. So the area of the land that's right next to the ocean or the sea, or people that live along the rivers. Why do you think that the people might choose those areas to live? Well, because there's water, right? They can get water from the ocean or they can get water from a river. So you don't really find a lot of people living in the middle of the desert because there's no water and it's so hot. That would be an uncomfortable way to live. So they live next to water, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and let's look at Africa now. So I'm going to close the book, go back to my table of contents, and I can see Antarctica is on page 18. So let's find page 18. Okay, so here is Antarctica. It looks a lot different from Africa. Now, why do you think that Antarctica would be in white? Remember, Antarctica is so cold, it is covered with ice and snow. So that is why in this illustration, they have made Antarctica white. Okay? So nobody owns Antarctica. Let's see what else it says here. Many scientists go to Antarctica every year to study their wildlife, which is their animals, and to study their climate. It says usually, on average, Antarctica is negative 69 degrees. We get snow in Ohio when it's about 30, 32 degrees, but in Antarctica, it's negative 69. That would be so insanely cold. And you can see in the illustration, we have some whales, penguins, seals. Here's the albatross that was in our book. So these are different types of wildlife that live in Antarctica. And their bodies have adapted so that they can survive in very cold weather. Today, oh, 1 minute, I hear my phone going off. Okay, today in your thematic video, you are going to watch a video on one of these continents. Today you're going to watch a video on Antarctica, and I don't know if you'll pick up on some interesting facts, but I know I did. There was one fact in there that literally blew my mind. I had no idea. So I'll bet you guys are going to like it. Okay, moving on. We are going to do math, and today we're going to talk of in front of and behind with our shapes. So first, let's review our shapes. This is the cone. A cone is like a party hat. This is a sphere. A sphere is like a bouncing ball. This is a cube. A cube is like the dice you drop. This is a cylinder. A cylinder is like a can of pop. Now, we can use these shapes and we can talk about shapes that are in front of objects and behind objects. Okay, so right now, this sphere, is it in front of my body or behind my body? It's in front of my body. What about now? Well, now it's behind my body, so you can't really see it. The shape is behind my body. So we're going to do a really quick activity today in our math pages, talking about in front of and behind. Says mark an X on the object shaped like a cylinder behind the cube. So mark an X on the cylinder behind the cube. Can you guys point to it? Is this a cylinder? Nope. Is this a cylinder? Yes, and look, it's behind a cube, so we put an X on it. All right, now it says circle the sphere in front of the cone. Circle the sphere in front of a cone. Is this a sphere? 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 Yeah, this is a sphere. Is it in front of the cone? That means, is there a cone behind it? Nope, that's not a cone. So let's keep looking. Here's a sphere. Is there a cone behind it? Yes, the cone is behind the sphere. The sphere is in front of the cone, so we are going to circle it. Awesome. All right, let's move on to our next paper. And it looks like someone is getting ready to sew. These are materials needed for sewing, and this is a sewing kit. It says draw an X on the object, that is a cube, in front of the cylinder. So draw an X on the cube in front of the cylinder. Well, we know a cylinder is like a can of pop. So is this a cylinder? No. Here's some cylinders, but there's no cubes in front of them. So, oh, here's a cylinder. Is there a cube in front of it? Yeah. So we're going to make an X on the cube in front of the cylinder. Awesome, guys. Now it says circle the cylinder behind the sphere. Circle the cylinder behind the sphere. So let's find a sphere. We know a sphere is like a bouncing ball. Oh, here's a sphere. Now, is there a cylinder behind it? No. Here's a sphere. Is there a cylinder behind it? Yes. So we're going to circle the cylinder behind the sphere. Nice job. I want you guys to take your hand and put it behind your body. Now in front of your body. Now in front of your body. Now behind your body. In front, behind. Nice job. All right, guys, Moving on, we are going to do number 7, flashcard practice. And today we're doing subtraction. Let's sing our song. Subtraction, subtraction, subtraction means minus. Subtraction, subtraction, you take some away. So you have a set of objects and you're going to take some away. Let's try to do this without using our fingers, okay? 4 minus 4 equals 0. All right, if you struggled with that, then you can use your fingers. So you have 4 and you take away 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is 0. Your answer is 0. 5 minus 2 equals 3. You have 5 and you take 2 away. 1, 2. Your answer is 3. 4 minus 0 equals 4. You have 4 and you take away 0. 0 is nothing. If you're taking away nothing, you still have 4. 5 minus 0 equals 5. You have 5 and now you take away 0. You still have 5. 4 minus 3 equals 1. You have 4 and then you take away 3. 1, 2, 3. You are left with 1. Awesome job. I hope you guys enjoyed our video today, but we are all done. We only have our thematic video left. So if you guys would like to watch your thematic video, remember I always post that in the class tag post, and we're watching a video on Africa today. But I hope that you guys really enjoyed our video. I hope that you learned some things and practiced a lot of skills that we learned in school. I want you guys to remember that I love you and I miss you so much, and I will see you on our video tomorrow. Bye.